Welcome, welcome, welcome. Pastor John here. Really excited to be at the Atlantic Ocean at this coast. Yeah, look at the waters, they're so beautiful. Like really, really beautiful. I see the waves and I marvel at the power of the Lord. I marvel at the power of how God really pulled this thing all together and put it all in one place. And it's so beautiful. I want to tell you a little story. The funny one. We were in Dubai at the beginning of the year, and I had my family with me, my wife, my children. So we went on the buses and the trains, the metros in Dubai. It's the public transport system. And so this particular day as we went, we decided to, split up, and the kids sat at the back, we sat at the front, my wife and I. And as we were moving into the heart of Dubai, moving towards Zambia, I forget the name of the city. When you get to the point when you're supposed to alight, get off the bus, of course you get to the doors. We had these special cards that were to be used to get off the bus. When you get off the bus, you swipe it and then jump off the bus. And after you jump off the bus, doors close and you go. And so time came for us to be able to move away. And we got close to the doors as we're just about to alight. And of course, I am the most traveled one amongst my family members. I don't brag about it, but it's something that I do a lot. I came and told my family members, so when we get off the bus, swipe your card and then we'll be able to jump off. And they're like, no, Daddy, we want to see what you're doing. We want to see the example that you're setting so that we can also swipe after we have seen what you're doing. And so, because there's no time to waste. These people in Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates, they never waste time. So I went quickly to the door and swiped my card and then jumped off the bus after the bus had stopped. My wife also came, swiped the card and jumped off the bus. And as soon as she had swiped the card and jumped off the bus, the doors shut. Boom! And all my kids were on the bus. We were outside of the bus and the bus rode off. You should have seen the panic mode that I was in. My goodness, my whole life was being driven away in the bus. The driver of the bus sped off and, ran off. I ran after the bus screaming, my children, stop, my children are on the bus. And no one could hear everything. It was crazy. I mean, we ran for more than almost a kilometer to get to find the bus. But the bus, of course, was faster than I am. By the time we got to get tired, of course. The bus had stopped at the next stop, and I found my babies. They were coming. Tish and Terry were coming towards us. The bus stopped, and they had gotten off, and they were coming, and they were also relaxed. And then feeling, I came and held them so close to me. It was so warm. I was in panic mode. I was scared to death. And when we were just there, I asked them a question. So, babies, as the bus was riding away and you're seeing your parents left behind, what was going on in your mind? And you will never believe what they told me. They said, we were not worried. We knew that you were going to come and get us. That kind of boldness to say such a thing. It was so special, knowing that me, their earthly father, they know it in their minds that I can never forsake them or leave them in any way. So it didn't matter if the bus went miles and miles apart. They knew it at the bottom of their hearts that I was going to come and get them. Isn't that special? I find that very special. How much more with the Father, who even put it in His Word that He's going to be with us and never forsake us, never leave us alone in any time of turmoil, of suffering, of storms, of winds. When you come and look at these waters, you see the waves. The waves, today they are calm. Yesterday it was a little bit tight and hectic. But these waves, are the sort of waves that Jesus calmed down. They were much bigger than this. He calmed down storms on the sea. Actually, he walked on the water one time. The disciples saw him walk on the water, and they could not believe that a human being could walk on the water. Matter of fact, Peter even asked and requested Jesus, "Lord, if you are the one, please allow me to come and walk on the water with you." And Jesus said, "Of course, you come, I am the one." Peter stepped off the boat. He actually stepped off the boat. Crazy man, that one. He stepped off the boat, and when I look at the waves, I wonder how did he even manage to pull it off. But he actually stepped on the water, and truth be told, he walked on the water like it was dry ground, like real dry ground. The way you see me walk on this sand, I can't walk on the water. But he actually walked on the water, and he came. When he came, he moved the distance away from the ship. I mean, the ship is a little bit of a distance away. I'm not very sure that you can be able to see it, but it's way, way back there. And I want to think that Peter must have walked towards Jesus, away from the ship, and Jesus is somewhere ahead of him. And so Peter is in between Jesus and the ship. The distance between him and the ship is also great. The distance between him and Jesus is great. And so he's stuck in the middle of these waters which are raving. I'm not so sure if the waters were still or they were raving the way they were, but carnality came in at play, and he started thinking, my God, just supposing this, I start sinking. And he took his focus away from Christ. He took his focus away from Christ and started looking at the challenges that were facing him. The waters, the ship, the safe place that he was at. And he could not believe it. And just because he took his focus away from Christ, he started drowning and getting down in the water and started sinking and going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And then the scare of him drowning became reality. Like the way our problems are, the way my babies had run away from me in the bus, it became so real. There was nothing spiritual about this. He was drowning until he remembered that it is Christ who called him. And he screamed from the top of his lungs. He said, "Jesus, come and save me!" And at the mention of Jesus' name, Jesus came and held him by the hand and said, "Peter, I'm right here. When I said I will not forsake you, I actually meant it. I cannot forsake you in the time that you need me the most." It doesn't matter the storm, it doesn't matter the winds, it doesn't matter anything. When he says that he wants to be your God in everything, he actually means it. He will hold you by the hand, he will hold you by whatever, it doesn't matter the storm. And that is if you have a relationship with him. And this is what I want to tell you about. A relationship with Christ is the most solid thing that you can ever have. When you make the decision to have him in your heart, that's the best decision that you will ever make. So today, I want you to confess with your mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord. That he is the Lord of your life. He is the one in charge of your life. You can do that today. Don't wait tomorrow. Tomorrow might be too late. And if you're that kind of person, I need you to just repeat these words after me and say, "Dear Lord, today I give my life to you. Take full control of my life. Take full charge of my life. I want to be with you from today onwards. Take my name away from the black book of death and put my name in the white book of life. Today I made the decision. I am not being influenced by anything, but I'm making my decision consciously, knowing that you promise that you will never forsake me and that you went to prepare for me a place. Today I confess that I am born again, I am a Christian, and my life is totally yours." Now, if you say that prayer, that's the best decision that you have ever made. And I wouldn't want you to even falter in any way. Don't even feel any regrets. Go out and look for a church in your community, a church that teaches the word, the real word of God, a church that is not going to exploit you Find a pastor that is going to love you for who you are. Find that community, that family that is going to embrace you and hold you by the hand. And stick to that church. Learn more about Christ. I can guarantee you that this decision is going to be one of the best decisions that you have ever made. God bless you. I love you, and I love you.